Hey everybody, it's Greg Farrar with the Catholic Worship Conference. Today we're talking about one of the most important elements in representing music within a hymn, a song, or within the context of the Mass, and that is playing dynamically. Let's roll this intro and get right into it. Music imitates life. There's hot, there's cold, there's tension, there's release, there's daylight, there's darkness. We don't live in a static environment, and music imitates life. Our music should not be static in how we present it. It shouldn't be monotone, turning us off. Sacred music tells our story. It tells our story of us praising God and the story of salvation history. That is not a static story, that is a very dynamic story, and it should be told with great dynamics within our music. Listening to a monotone presenter will turn people off. Listening to a dynamic presenter who's engaging and drawing you in will do exactly that. It will keep you on the edge of your seat and looking for more. And our music has the very same ability to do that for the people that are coming to Mass every single weekend seeking a relationship with the Lord. Dynamics have the ability to help us emphasize a lyric or emphasize a moment within a song or within a Mass. Think about the grandness of the great Amen. Think about a sensitive moment you want to create, maybe singing the 23rd Psalm at a funeral liturgy. Dynamics have the ability to help us emphasize those moments and really draw people into what you're singing. So let's look at dynamic range on paper. When we play as a team or as an individual, we have a loudest ability and a softest ability. And in musical markings, that goes from fortissimo to pianissimo, and these are the different levels as we see them on paper. Here's what these symbols represent when we actually see them on a piece of music. Loudest section, fortissimo. Forte, meaning loud. Mezzo forte, moderately, medium loud. Moderately loud is probably a better way to say that. Mezzo piano, moderately soft. Piano, not the instrument. Piano, the dynamic, meaning soft. Pianissimo, softest section. Within a piece of music, if these aren't notated, and sometimes they aren't. Sometimes we'll grab a lead sheet and we do not have a notation for what the dynamic markings are. We may just have the melody line, we just may have some chords above it. Let's talk about something I would call implied dynamics for just a moment using this scale. If these symbols are not written on a piece of music, there are dynamics that just naturally occur within a song. Let's take a look at the three sections of a song and think through what implied dynamics might be. So within a typical worship song that's not specifically hymn-based, where it's just the same line and melody over and over, but if you have a verse, a chorus, and a bridge, let's help break open some what I would call implied dynamics. So we have a verse, a chorus, and a bridge. Three sections, three typical sections of a song. So if we take a look at how a normal song structure works, you'll have like verse 1, you'll have a chorus, you'll have verse 2, you'll have a chorus, then maybe a bridge, and the chorus. So an implied dynamic, if these elements do not show up on the piece of paper that you're playing off of, there are implied dynamics within the song. Within a verse, it's typically one of the quieter sections of a song. Quiet, somewhere rolling around, maybe mezzo piano, maybe mezzo forte. And in a verse, there's usually a lot of information that's coming to us about an idea within a song. We want what's being said to be present and coming forward. As we move into the chorus is the section that we all sing. So if we're all singing together, the implied dynamic then would be louder than the verse. So if our verses are coming in mezzo piano, mezzo forte, our chorus is probably coming in somewhere mezzo forte to forte. When we go back into the verse, it's nice. If we've built up into the chorus, it's nice to withdraw back a little bit and soften the element of the band or the instrumentation that's happening so that, again, the lyric is coming forward. When we build back into the chorus, we build it back up dynamically. We're rising, we're climbing dynamically into the chorus. And then in the songs that do have a bridge, when we have the opportunity to get to and sing the bridge is typically the loudest section of a song. So if our verses are floating around mezzo, piano, mezzo forte, our choruses are building into mezzo forte, into forte, our bridge typically then would be implied then that we're going to be playing that at forte or fortissimo. And you can vary these as you go from section to section. You might play the first verse of a song way down in piano and just have a very quiet and sensitive moment. And you build into a chorus, maybe a mezzo forte. That's a great amount of contrast. Let's look at this as a bit of a scale from the beginning of a song to the end of a song with regards to dynamics in a kind of visual way. So let's say this is 0 point. This is no sound. We'll call this the quiet line. When we start a song, we're starting usually in Mass out of silence here. And we're going to intro the song and we're going to start building some volume and we're going to come into the verse. And let's say the verse is going to be here. And we're going to come into this at, let's say, a mezzo piano. Again, the dynamics might be marked or these might be implied. If they're implied, it means that you are applying them with your hands or with your voice. So we're singing a verse, we're building up the idea of a song. We get to the first chorus and we're all going to sing together. We're going to invite the assembly in to sing because that's our job. And we're going to raise the volume to say mezzo forte here. Then we're going to have an opportunity to go back into a verse. So we're going to take that dynamic after the chorus and we're going to lower that back down a bit here. And let's say now maybe we're at a mezzo forte and we're singing our second verse. We're coming back into the chorus. We're going to bring everybody in with us. It's going to be a bigger moment. So we're going to raise that dynamic up to here. And let's say we're at a forte. We'll call this the 2 chorus. And then from this chorus, we have an opportunity. Let's say it's our last song. We're going to build into the bridge. We need to kick it up one more level. We're going to take this forte all the way up here within control into a fortissimo. And we're singing this bridge, and we're singing this bridge, and we're singing this bridge, and we have to get out of the song and end the song. One of the great things you can do here is drop all the way back down to a lower chorus, bring the intensity down to say a mezzo forte and finish with this chorus. This is kind of a visual of how a song should build throughout Mass, throughout a worship event. What we don't want to see is for us to come in with a song and start out of silence here at a forte because we're going to scare everybody, and then we stay at the same dynamic level through the verse, through the chorus, through the bridge, and we finish. So our verse is a forte, our chorus is a forte, our bridge is a forte, and our congregation is bored and asleep. And they've missed the entirety of what we are trying to sing with them in giving God praise. They have just tuned us out because we started here, we scared the hell out of them by jumping in at a forte out of dead silence, and we get all the way to the end and we just cut it off abruptly, and it's awkward and weird, and people didn't feel anything except fear and boredom through the whole song. Dynamics are so important. Implied dynamics are so important as musicians. If we don't see them written, if other people in our music ministry teams aren't doing them, we still have an opportunity to lean in and play. In future videos, we're going to show some musical examples of how to accomplish this, both as a team and as an individual, to really emphasize these moments in the songs. Thanks for tuning in this week. God bless you guys. We'll see you next time.